Well, John, it finishes 3-1 on the night to Newport County. Just give us your assessment of the performance.
Firstly, I'd like to apologise to the Tavern fans for the result, really. Naivety defending from us in the first half. I could see after 3 minutes it was too wide open. We were too wide open, they were too wide open. It was like a basketball game from the first 3 minutes. Normally you come away from home, you get a foothold in the game. It's been our strength all season, we've defended solidly. Since them three have got together as a back three with Huts and Max, we've looked really solid. Today we didn't. I'm trying to get the information on to tighten up. Maybe I've gone too gung-ho in my approach to the game, full stop. So I have to take responsibility for that. And trying to get the information on to tighten up. You know, we're trying to go in an attacking formation. And ultimately, one man's made a difference in the Bobby Cameron for him. He had his big moments and they resulted in goals. Joe Bodie had some really big moments for us, and he didn't, but one resulted in a goal, I suppose. And that's been the difference tonight in the game. In the game, we defended a bit better second half. The game became stop-start because that's what they wanted it to be, with being 3-0 up, and it was allowed to be stop-start. Probably 4 or 5 players going down injured, and that was frustrating because you're trying to get ahead of steam, particularly when we got one back. We couldn't really get going because every time, from the minute we scored, it was free kick after foul after injury. You couldn't get any kind of rhythm, and I'm not using that as an excuse. You know what? I'll get castigated tomorrow for not making subs, and I just didn't think it was the time to put players on when the pitch was very, very firm. I think it would have took anybody who comes on, it would have took them 10 minutes to get used to the pitch, and that's not an excuse at all. But that was the reason why I didn't make a sub, and I thought that we were pushing them back, and we just needed a bounce of the ball in the box that didn't materialise. Overall, my assessment is I'm disappointed because it was a game we could have won, and ultimately we've been responsible for our own defeat. And as I say, I picked the team, so I make the decisions about how we play. I thought we played some excellent football in the first half, despite going in 3-0 down. We missed a couple of great chances from corners at 1-0. And we played some really attractive football, but attractive football is no good when we're in the position we're in. We want to win games, and so I've come here to win. I made no secret of that, and I'm not gonna lie and say I'm gonna go to any places away from home and try and draw. I'm gonna try and win games of football. And we came here to try and win tonight, and there was a couple of moments of really good play by them that ultimately undone us, and a couple of really basic errors. You know, Gailey's been pitch perfect for the last 5 games. He makes a mistake in it, and it leads to a goal. He's a young lad, he's learning. There's nobody who'll be more upset than him, or maybe me, but nobody more upset than him. And you know, the first goal, Nev miscontrols it. Litz gets turns 10 yards inside their half. A more cynical player, which happened to us quite regularly tonight, would have fouled him 10 yards inside their half. He didn't. And then Gailey, if he's going to foul him on the edge of the box, why not foul him 40 yards out? It's all ifs and ands. So you know, no excuses. It's just naivety from us, really. And the second goal, not winning a header when we've had 2 opportunities to win a header. And I think that was probably our downfall tonight. A little bit defensively, we weren't as dominant as what we normally are aerially, and we paid the price for that tonight.
John, appreciate your time. Thank you, Matt.
Saying even after the third goal went in half an hour, it didn't feel like a 3-0 game. It almost sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, when you're at that scoreline?
Yeah, but you know, the fact is it was a 3-0, and that's what the fans will perceive. Even though, you know, if you strip it back and you look, we played some good football. We created a couple of good opportunities that we didn't take. Particularly from corners, we didn't get first contact on 3 at the near post in succession. That, you know, a firm header to goal, and we're right back in the game. Third goal's a fluke, and that's what happens when you're down there. I think if the pitch hadn't been as firm as what it was, Max would have cleared the ball off the line for the second one. And that's what happens when things aren't going your way, and things haven't gone our way for a long time now, even before I came, and that's probably the reason why I'm here. But what you can't fault is the lads' effort, and I think everybody saw that tonight, that they kept going right to the end. As I said, a bit of naivety's cost us tonight, and you know, that's what happens in football matches when you're trying to win a game. I have to take responsibility for us being too wide open. I thought I could see it after 3 minutes. I was trying to get the information on, I just didn't get it on well enough, or quick enough, and that's ultimately what's cost us tonight.
How much of a setback is it after, obviously, you know, a relief, I suppose, you know, almost a celebratory atmosphere for the fans on Saturday after the breaking that winless run?
It'll be a setback to us if we let it be a setback to us. You know, if you believe you're doing the right things and you just got to tidy up on what you've been doing, you know, we have passed the ball miles better than what we have been doing tonight. As I said, the pitch was very, it was like playing on last day pitch tonight. The pitch was very, very firm, so you could pass the ball on it, but sometimes you had to be wary of the weight of your pass, and I think that was our undoing tonight. The ball bounced off us too much, and it didn't off them, and I've got to give them credit for that. You know, sometimes, you know, you can't govern what the opposition do, and when they do, you know, some skillful play, you've got to applaud them. But we should have been mindful of that. We should have been tighter. We should have been tighter in midfield. That's when you're playing. You're trying to get 3 strikers on the bench because we want to score goals. On the pitch, sorry, because you want to score goals. You know, and I have to take the responsibility of not making subs, but you know, that's my call. That's what I'm paid to do. And you know, I know I'll call him for criticism for that, but fans want to criticise. They think that, well, everyone wants to criticise, but you know, people will think that, oh, if you'd have made subs, it would have made a difference. How did they know that? You don't know that, do you? You could have made subs and they don't make a difference. You know, we made a decision to leave Ollie Hawkins out tonight because he's had 2 tackling games. You know, and so, you know, we're trying to be mindful of getting the right blend and the right minutes into people's legs. Thought Jimmy Morgan was good tonight. Thought Joe Bodie was good tonight. But just them moments, they've got to make the most of them moments. They've got to result in goals, and unfortunately for us tonight, they didn't enough. Well, not enough goals anyway, just the one.
You've not made many changes to the starting 11 over the last few games either. Have you sort of settled on a side that I won't say you want to play the rest of the season with, but of that sort of core?
No, I can't say that because that's disrespectful to the rest of the squad. I have over the years had success by playing settled teams, because once players get to know each other, they play better with each other. And I think that's true of any set of football players. And you know, sometimes you get guilty of chopping and changing for the sake of it. I'm not going to do that. You know, we have defended really well over the last 5 games. You know, and the 3 clean sheets out of 4 tells you that. Tonight we were just a little bit too wide open, and that's not laying any blame at individual players. There was individual mistakes, yeah, for sure, but we defend as a team, we attack as a team, and we win as a team and we lose as a team. And you know, I'm not scared to take responsibility for the way we played tonight. I just wish we'd have tightened it up quicker, and we did tighten it up a little bit in the second half, to be fair.
Thank you.
There was the chance, wasn't there, at 3-1 when Elliott never put one across the face of goal. If that goes in, 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I think we're right in it. And then, unfortunately, we just couldn't get the game going because it was foul after foul after foul, and most of them not for us. I've seen some absolute bizarre decisions tonight. I've seen a free kick get invented on the stroke of half time, and we got 3 different reasons for it. None of them made sense. I've seen us get 2 fouls given against us for kicking the ball, winning the ball clearly, knee height, the ball bouncing. We get two fouls given against us. One results in a booking, which is absolutely ludicrous. When you look back at it, it's laughable. But that's football for you, you know. Everyone will complain about the decisions. You know, we didn't get the lion's share of it tonight, that's for sure. But even they were complaining about the decisions when, you know, most of the things were in their favour tonight.
It's frustrating, isn't it, when you can see things are going in the right direction, but the results aren't, are they?
Yeah, well, you can make it feel like it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back if you want it. You know, that's down to your own perception of it. We know the areas that we can improve on. We're still trying to improve, and you know, we haven't got a magic wand. And you know, our players who maybe flair players, like there's 1 or 2 tonight, they just haven't been firing at the moment for us. So that's down to us to get them to the maximum of their ability and you know, use them when we can use them. We don't want to become predictable. I think, you know, we possibly need a little bit more ball carrying ability in the side. But we did carry the ball quite well tonight in midfield, particularly in the first half. And it's ironic, really, because we probably played better football in the first half technically than what we did in the second half. But you know, we can see the 3 goals and we've got to tighten up. You know, as I said before, when I first started, I apologised to the fans for the result, and I apologised for the manner in which the way the result transpired, because it was wholly avoidable. And I said I'll take some of the blame for that because of how wide open we were, and we didn't set out to be that wide open. The game just transpired very quickly, 2 or 3 minutes, and I was trying to alter it. Unfortunately, I didn't do it in time. Because
that must have surprised you, being wide open, having kept the clean sheet.
It did, and it surprised me the way they played, you know, because they were as wide open as us. You know, it was who was going to blink first, really, and who was going to punish the space that was there for both teams. You know, we had an opportunity before they scored as well, and it's one of them things. We've just not been taking our chances at the moment, and you know, it's frustrating for me that I can't ever remember this run of games with such a poor return of goals. And we've got players out there who can score goals.
You created enough chances tonight, didn't you?
We did, but you know, it counts for nothing if you get beat. We've got to keep working away, and we've got to find a way to win. I mean, you know, I said it on Saturday. You know, we're not out of the danger zones yet. We've got a lot of hard work to do, and you know, that's going to be evident, you know, between now and the end of the season.
You still think you need wins to pull clear?
Without a doubt we do, but we've got to do it for our own sanity and for our own fans. You know, that's the first and foremost thing. You win it for the fans. You know, travelling again, you know, in the numbers tonight. You know, you can't please everybody, and some of the fans will be pleased with the effort. Some will be really disappointed with the results. Some will be really disappointed that I didn't make a sub. You know, and unfortunately, as a manager, you bear the brunt of it, and you've got to accept that. And I do. You know, I'll never shy away from that. That's football, and unfortunately, we're in a society where it's very much a blame culture, and you have to blame someone. So I'm the perfect man to blame, because in my head's the one who's highest above the parapet.
Back to Priestfield on Saturday. It was decent last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, hopefully we can get that kind of atmosphere again. You know, it'll be a tough game against Bradford, but every game we play is going to be tough, and we know we're capable. We know we're capable if we play to our strengths. Tonight we didn't. Tonight we more or less beat ourselves, but that's football for you.